talking about playing your role according to what is expected of you, it takes us to the public institutions, especially the essential services like the DSS. Just recently, the federal government announced the sack of the DG of DSS over indictment of its role in the barricade of the National Assembly. With the way things are playing out now, does it show that public institutions have the right orientation towards credible elections?
I do not know what you mean by right orientation towards credible elections, but I will separate your questions into two aspects. Okay. The first issue is what the federal government had done with the director of the SSS. I don't have all the facts. It is it's still an unfolding scenario, and it is within my place to comment on that. But the issue is our public institutions do the best they can. Everybody, for example, commended the role of the Nigerian police in the Ekiti election that have just been concluded, that they have largely lived up to their professional calls. We may not be there yet fully, but you can see that there is an incremental growth.
When we take the assessment of the elections observers, they complained about the over-militarization of the election process, the deployment of huge number of soldiers to the elections. Now, in line with having the right orientation, should soldiers be part of this election, be part of the election process?
They shouldn't be, but you also have to put it in context. The political environment prior to the election was so heated that to use it as a harbinger of what to come or what to expect in 2019, definitely without appropriately policing the election in Ekiti, perhaps it would have turned out much differently from how it turned out to be. So I think government should not run away from its expectation or what is from its responsibility of securing life and property, and especially where there are harbingers of threat to national security and of course a threat to the political process entirely. So I think what happened in Ekiti, you may call it over-militarization, but the point is it is within the value of government, within its responsibility to ensure that a proper secured environment is allowed to prevail for the elections to be conducted.
Okay, now when we look at the gale of defections now from the across the major political parties, does it reflect that these actors have an ideological leaning on their own?
I don't want to say they have any ideological leaning, because the parties themselves, the party in power and the opposition party, if you allow me, the distinction is so fluid. The distinction is so fluid, and it has largely got to do with our political history and our political culture. And that is why I said it is not anything surprising, nothing amazing about these defections, because right from pre-independence to independence through the First and Second Republics, we have seen instances of defections whenever elections are about to happen. So this is not actually anything outside the ordinary. What is happening, however, is that we should begin to worry as to why our politics is never guided by any particular ideological tendency. Our political parties, whether you call it whether it is a Labour Party, whether it is the APC, whether it is the PDP, whether it is Accord Party, whichever of the parties, if you take each one of them, you look at their constitution, you look at their manifesto, you look at their issues, you hardly can, there's a common thread that passes through all of them. The APC actually opted to be a party of change and should have actually perfected the change ideology that it had promised or had characterized it and had given it the election in 2015. Along the line, it has not been able to develop concretely the ideological distinction that should have stood it out.
So what's responsible for that?
Well, the reason is simple. Because one, it has not been allowed to develop into an institution. It has not developed the kind of ideological. It has not allowed the ideology to sprout out.
That's you're talking about the APC?
I'm talking about the APC. But it is still not too late in the day to build the party along what its founding fathers had actually wanted it to be.
So does that suggest that the coming of APC was prematured and ill-timed?
No, it was not premature, it was so ill-timed, because if it was premature, it could not have done what it did in 2015. It could not have taken more than 2/3 of the states in of the federation. It would not have taken the majority in the National Assembly.
But would it be right? Would it be right now to say, with the way things are playing out, for the benefit of hindsight, that it was the APC was driven by the obsession to kick out the PDP out of power?
It's not the APC, Nigerians. The APC did not kick out the PDP.
Okay. Will it be right to say
Nigerians
that they failed to come up with the right political structure?
I want you to disaggregate it to two. Nigerians came out en masse to kick out the PDP. And those Nigerians who came out en masse to kick out the PDP, majority of them are not even card-carrying members of either of the parties. So what happened in 2015 was actually an action by Nigerians tired with the order of that time and wanted change, and they voted for it and they got it.